How we doing? This is T. Michael Wood coming from the headquarters of Mike Wood Music. Hope you're all having a great summer. Here to give you an update to the Mike Wood Music campaign of 2025. What's been going on? Well, last couple weeks I have put a lyric video out for the song Everlove that my dad, Mike Wood, put on his Up on Jackson Street CD. It was for my wife and I when we got married 37 years ago. And so I put the lyric video out there so you get a chance to get it. I thought it was a great song. I thought it actually could have been a hit if he had kind of had some backing from some record companies. Kind of had that a really hit sound from the 1980s. Last week I put up the song Gifts. Now Gifts was a song that was also on Up on Jackson Street, but this is the original version that I put up. It was on his Conversations album that he released in 1980. Beautiful, masterful vocal from Ann Kippen. There's some differences in the version on the Up on Jackson Street and the version I released. The version I released, the original, it's pretty much all acoustic on guitar. It's faster. It's shorter, and the words are actually different. The words are much more Catholic worship, Christian oriented than the. He changed a few words when he released the Up on Jackson Street. He wanted to kind of a broader appeal, but this is the original version, fantastic version. I think I like the earlier version better. I do like both versions, but this one I like better. It's kind of rawer. It's kind of more of an independent feel to it. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, it's called Gifts. You can check that out on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. I'll be putting up a lyric video at some point here next week or so. I got a few things going on, so I'm kind of busy. This Friday, though, I am releasing another new song by Mike Wood that has not been made available out there in the digital world. It's called Because We Are One. Because We Are One, I believe, is the sixth song from his Pilgrim's Road album that I released in 1974. Again, just folk-based, beautiful voice. I think you'll find it's a very, very catchy song. So I hope you enjoy that. That will be available on this Friday. Yeah, so that's what we got going on there. The other thing that I've been pushing is I've got a Mike Wood Music Club where I share some other songs that I have found through my dad's archives that were fantastic. A lot of covers in there. And if you want to join the club, just let me know. I send out songs every now and then. The last email I sent last week, I sent out two songs. The first song is called Baby Me. Baby Me is a song from the 1930s that my grandfather, who owned a bar in Lancaster, Ohio called Old Bill Bailey's, he would play the piano, kind of a Dixieland type of music. I'll get more into the whole Old Bill Bailey's scene because my dad actually wrote a song about it on Up on Jackson Street called Benny and Bailey's. But it's called Baby Me. My grandfather used to sing this to my grandmother as the last song every night before he closed the bar. So my dad learned that, and he used to play it at some weddings. Yeah. Baby Me is one that's out there. The other song that I released this past week is called Early Morning Rain. That is a Gordon Lightfoot song, one of his early hits. In fact, I think it's the kind of song that kind of broke him for larger international recognition because Bob Dylan loved Gordon Lightfoot and particularly this song, and he re-recorded this song, which kind of got Gordon Lightfoot on the map. Those songs were from recordings that my dad put together with his good friend Jim Shaw. The reason I want to bring up Jim's been a really good friend. He plays the piano on a lot of these songs and did all the recording and mastering and everything for these songs. But it was interesting. Jim recently posted, and this is a fascinating story, that his first album that he put out, Jim Shaw put out in 1970, was called Shaw and Solis. And I'd never heard it. And I got a chance to listen to it this week. It's out there on YouTube, but if you get a chance, check it out, Shaw and Solace. It's really great, kind of folk, acoustic based. Jim writes most of the songs, and the singer is a Solace. I've never met her. In fact, I think she's kind of lost track. She moved to Europe. But apparently, what happened is this song got put up on YouTube in the early days, and it started to gather some sort of following in Scotland. So it's actually a pretty big hit, kind of overseas. This album that I'd never heard of. It's kind of like a Searching for the Sugar Man vibe. If you've ever seen that movie, if you haven't, amazing movie. Another one you got about a guy by the name of Rodriguez. But Search for the Sugar Man. But essentially, just fascinating. I've known Jim for a large portion of my life, and to have an old album of his kind of become famous somewhere else in the rest of the world is kind of an interesting thing. So I wanted to share that with you. So anyway, if you want to continue to support us, go to Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all the digital platforms. Listen to the stuff. Mike Wood Music YouTube channel. I'm putting up lyric videos usually within a week or two of when I release the song. So you'll see these podcasts. You'll also see the lyric videos. Follow us up on Facebook. I'll be giving regular updates to what's going on Facebook. And if you're interested, just send me your email. I will add you to the Mike Wood Music Club. Hope you're all doing well out there. I look forward to catching up with you next week. Take care. Bye.